What differentiates you from the other candidates, and what do you think the Biden entry to the race does in terms of the dynamics going forward?
Well, I don't think the vice president entering the race really changes much, because I think pretty much everyone assumed he was going to get in the race, so I think everyone thought about it. I mean, look, it's a very big field, and I think we're going to have a great debate. I'm running a campaign based on solving problems, bringing people together, and new ideas that people can get behind to rethink a more positive future. I'm a more moderate candidate. I think that's what we need to beat the president. Without, by any measure, that's what we need to beat Donald Trump. Someone who can win the center, because the 2020 election is going to be fought in the center. And the nice thing about that is if someone wins the center, they'll be able to govern. And that's really, in many ways, what my campaign is about, getting things done that matter to people.
Now, Biden's announcement, in the video, he mentioned Charlottesville. Some people were critical of that because they say it further divides the electorate on bringing that up right out of the gate, in his announcement. What do you think of that?
I didn't actually see his video, to be honest with you, because I was kind of traveling and just got back into town literally at like 6 o'clock last night, and I'm heading back to Iowa next week. So listen, I do think the central question facing this country is how terribly divided we are, how Americans been pitted against America. And I can't really comment on whether his video did that or not, because hand to God, I actually didn't see it. So
now, you mentioned you're more of a moderate choice.
Yes.
Why do you think somebody like Bernie Sanders and his policy positions are not good for the future of the country, like Medicare for all and the Green New Deal and other ones?
So I think they're fundamentally bad policies. Like, I want universal health care too. I want everyone to have health care as a right, and I have a plan to do it. But putting forth a plan that gets rid of all private insurance, that's just not smart policy. That will lead to worse access and quality in health care. And besides, a lot of people who have private insurance actually like their private insurance. So why the heck are we running a campaign on taking people's private insurance away? The same thing with the Green New Deal. While I admire the goal, there's much better ways of actually dealing with climate. I introduced the only bipartisan carbon tax bill in the Congress. That I think I could do my first year as president. We need to focus on strategies that really deeply decarbonize our world, like negative emissions technologies, direct air capture. I want to build a CO2 pipeline in all the industrial Midwest to help capture carbon. I mean, there's much more practical things to do that actually get at the issue. So those are bad. The problem I have with the senator is his policies aren't good. They're actually not good policies. And by the way, if we put socialism on the ballot in 2020, I don't think we have much of a chance of winning, to be honest with you.
He made a comment the other day that to pay for it, he's going to tax corporations more at a higher rate, and he's going to tax the wealthy at a higher rate. But then critics say that's not enough to pay for a lot of these
mean, listen, everything I put forth is paid for. I do think the last corporate tax reform that was done last year, I think it cut the corporate rate too low. It was 35. It should have been 27, 28. Business community wanted 25. They cut it to 21. No one even asked for 21. So I definitely think you could raise that rate up 25, 26, 27, pay for some of the things I want to do. But a bunch of his proposals, he hasn't even tried to show the American people how he'll pay for them.
Yeah, why do you think he has so many followers, though? I mean, he's second behind Biden right now.
Well, so listen, I think there's a lot of anxiety in this country, right? And I think he emerged last election cycle as someone who had a very clear message about how we can build a better future. And I want to build a better future too, but we have to actually show the American people how we're going to make it happen.